Well, we are here. Hopefully the car won't drown me out. This is a campsite with electric. You don't need to use the electric. So it can be pretty cheap, but it's a 90-degree day, so we're using electric. And with my passport discount, it's $16 a day, so that's not too bad. So we're going to be here a couple days. And this is the overall campground map. And we found a nice site way down around the corner, right here. And there's the bathhouse. And I see there's another A-liner down here on 14th, I believe. And there's a bathhouse here, a bathhouse here. Lots of bathhouses. Now, one of the things about this place is that it is subject to flooding. You can see these little streams going through it, and we're right side of one that's potential to flooding, but my A-liner's pretty high, so we're hoping that won't happen. But there are bears here. There are you know, rules for dogs and things like that, but this is a nice national forest, and we're gonna zip over to some of the other places nearby and explore. It's a very old park. It shows its age. It hasn't had a lot of big updates or anything like that. Just look at the sign here. the do not enter sign looks like it's about 300 years old, as does the other sign over here. Area closed. They need somebody to paint it. They do have my hated bumps, speed bumps, but they're very well marked and they're not bad. They're just little tiny things. So not a bad place. I'm liking it already, and we just got here. Good morning, folks. We have just finished breakfast and figured maybe we'd tell you a little bit about this campground we're at. Gimme. Out. It does have sticks. All this was firewood at one time, and somebody's chewed it into nothing. He only comes camping for sticks. But we are at Stony Creek Campground. It has just, I think, 35 campsites, and a lot of them are first come first serve. A lot of them are reservable, but there's a lot of them are first come first serve. A lot of them have electricity for both first come first serve and reservables. So people are coming and going at this place all the time. I'm really surprised. It's Saturday, and about half the campsites are empty. So this is a good place to come. It's outside of Wytheville, Virginia, just off of the intersection of Interstate 81 and Interstate 77. I gotta get the boy out of my face here. But it's an easy in, easy out. It's all paved, nice roads. A lot of places. We're between the Jefferson National Forest. Actually, I guess we're in the Jefferson National Forest, and we're right above Mount Rogers National Recreation Area. The Appalachian Trail runs right through here. There's a whole bunch of other trails, so it's a really neat little place to come. And the campsites individually are pretty private. As you can see, you can't see anybody around me. I can't see anybody. There's a campsite right across the way from me, but we kind of picked this for a reason. It's pretty nice. Let me finish my hot beverage for the morning and get rid of him. Got to tie him up somewhere, and we'll take a quick walk around the campground. All right. This is the campground right across from me, and it's pretty typical. You've got, you know, your lantern post, your picnic table, the power power post back there. It's a nice wide driveway. And it looks to me like this is a big circle, and the inside campsites seem to be a narrower driveway. So if you're going to reserve the outside campsites, and they don't have campsites quite as close to them either. But so that's the outside campsite driveway, and that's the inside campsite driveway. So it's quite a bit different. There's a number of streams that you can see here. There's a concrete bridge that goes over this little stream. The stream goes through the campsite. Although I think we crossed 4 bridges, so I think it's 2 different forks of the same stream. And the thing that worries me is we're right next to this stream, and the posts at the end of the bridges have these markers on them. Like, that's the high water mark, could be 4 feet above the stream, which would put me underwater, I guess. But I don't think I'm worried about that most of the time. But we are in the Appalachian Mountains, and streams do have the tendency to flood. Now, I'm not going to walk through the whole campground because A, it's late morning and there's people up and around. But I'll show you some of the stuff that's here. This is a really nice little stream, and there was 2 little boys in here playing and catching fish and pollywogs and tadpoles and all sorts of things. And the deer come down here. We saw some deer the other day come down and work on it. It's a pretty dry season this year, so it's not running a whole lot, but it's running just enough. And Aquila actually loves it. He thinks it's just the perfect stream for him. Here is campsite number 28, the other side of the thing. And this campsite particularly comes with a bunny. So you get this bunny with it. But this is a very long driveway, picnic table, and then you've got all the stuff behind it for, you know, to set up tent or camper or whatever. We scared the bunny. And you got this great big pine tree that's in the middle of the campsite, but it's a nice open area where the deer come through and everything. So real nice campsite. And you got, you know, the tent would probably go way back there. But this is pretty typical of all the sites here. So nothing, not to show you everything. I don't want to take the 25-minute tour of the campground. And then this is 29, much the same as the one that's across the street, which was 28. And much the same, it comes with a bunny. Sorry if I'm wiggling a lot, especially on the zoom outs. I'm freehanding this, so it's a little. Now this is 30. Now I'll tell you, there's a thing here. You'll see on these posts, the white triangle means there's no electricity, no hookups. And usually those are non-reservable. They're first come, first serve. But look at the size of this campsite. This is just humongous. This is obviously 2 cars wide. And let's see, these are all white triangles. There's the Stony Fork Nature Trail that goes out and around. I don't know how far that is. We'll see if we can find that on the map. But then some of the posts have this blue triangle, and that means it's got hookups. And I think that means it's got full hookups, water, sewer, and electricity. Though I don't see sewer there. The red triangles mean electricity. So that's what we've got. We've got red triangles. First come, first serve. They do have water spigots throughout the campground. The interesting thing is you could not hook a hose to those to fill your tanks. So you got to fill them before you get here, or you got to have a good water thief to really hook them up. to fill them up. Or of course you can always do it by hand, but this is see 34, 34, 35, 36. These are kind of out in the open, within view of each other. They're up at the upper part of the campground. And this is one of the bathrooms. Oh, puppy dogs. There are 5 bathhouses for, I don't know how many campsites there are, but it's pretty nice. Now this particular one has a handicap bathroom, which is shower, bathroom, toilet, everything, which is pretty nice. I should have come up here. But the regular bathrooms are basic sink, basic for the men, a urinal, a toilet, and a shower. The showers are pretty nice. They're typical. Push the button and you get water, and the water comes out in a crazy spray. They're a little old and worn, but they're not bad. Across from the handicap bathroom, they have a handicap nature trail, which is kind of neat. It's just a gravel trail that's a little wider, so you could probably get a wheelchair through it. They have dumpsters for garbage. Again, there's 58, nice up on the thing. He's got water and electric. Got a nice looking schoolie here. They look like they're here for the season because they got $42 as water and electricity. Here's another bathhouse, just like seven sites from the last one, so they're pretty good. It's 43, big old rig in there. And they've got the big old grassy field behind them. Play frisbee with the dog, I guess. They got horseshoe pits. You don't see those very often in campgrounds anymore. And of course they've got bunny rabbits. See the bunny rabbit? There's a lot of bunny rabbits here. Akila figured that out pretty quick. There's another bathhouse. And again, they're all bathhouses. They're all one shower. And women have two stalls and the men has one and a urinal. I don't understand that. You know, you could put a toilet in as well as a urinal. I mean, it uses the same basic water and sewer, so put a toilet in. You know, you might be able to just need to pee, but you can pee in a toilet. So anyways, and here's the other end of the nature trail. It goes up and around the hill. And here's another A-liner. I spoke with this gentleman yesterday. He's been to Alaska in his A-liner. It's pretty impressive. He's got the state map on the side and he's got it all. Here's 44, 45, they're electric sites. 44 seems to be electric and water. And 45 is just electric. Reservable. Some pretty flowers there. Nice hill. There's another water spigot for the campground. So this is another of the streams down here. And again, it doesn't have a lot of water in it, but I imagine sometimes it does, because it's a pretty big looking stream bed. Here we are up on another section. There's a cabin here. They got this really nice little cabin, kind of like a log cabin. And it's a side of a big field with the bathrooms right there. And this is site 51. And that's That's the bathroom number 4. Same as all the other ones. And we're back to the front. This is site number 2, and if you needed a site for solar, this is a non-electric site. So it's a real cheap site, and it's a nice site right near the front office, the front entrance, and it's right next to the water thing, but it's way out in full sun. And across from it is number 3, which is in full shade. So you could stay at number 1, or stay at number 2 and get electricity, and go over to number 3 to eat lunch in the shade. 4 seems about the same. It's going to be in the full sun. 6 is in almost full shade. And of course, you got plenty of deer. Little fawn and its mother.